Welcome to TechCourse channel. This is for the Tech by Your Tech. In this video, we will see the lab diagnosis for multiple myeloma and related informations. When you see a Rouleau formation on the peripheral smear under the microscope, increased fibrinogen which causes the Rouleau formation or increased immunoglobulins. There are other conditions also gives this appearance like acute or chronic infections, connective tissue disorders and chronic liver disease, improper smear preparation like if you are using a fan to dry up fast or if you are focusing thick area of the smear, that is also taken as Rouleau formation by mistake. Fibrinogen is the other cause, which is acute phase protein. It may sharply rise after inflammation or tissue damage, any infection, cancer, heart disease, stroke, trauma and peripheral heart disease, heavy smoking, pregnancy. The normal fibrinogen level is 1.5 to 3 grams per liter. If the fibrinogen level is increased, you can also think that Rouleau is because of this. The next, look for plasma cells. What are plasma cells? These are B cells originated from bone marrow and differentiated to a special type of immune cells to plasma cells which secretes the immunoglobulins, the antibodies. These cells are usually small like a lymphocyte, but they'll have a dark cytoplasm. The cytoplasm will be like tongue shape and eccentric nucleus. The nucleus is towards one side and the nucleus will give a cartwheel appearance. Usually these are not seen in the smear, but very few are seen in the bone marrow. When you see these type of plasma cells or plasmacytoid cells and Rouleau formation, then immediately you have to think for other investigation. When you look at the smear macroscopically, you will see a blue color at the background. This is because of increased immunoglobulins, but sometimes you don't see in light chain producing myelomas and non-secretory myelomas. The blue colorization also an indication for increased immunoglobulin production. Next, we look at the CBC report. Due to overgrowth of plasma cells in bone marrow, too much crowd out and normal blood forming cells are decreased, that can cause low RBC count, the thrombocytopenia, low platelet count and the leukopenia, the WBC counts are decreased. This is also an indication for increased plasma cells production in the bone marrow. ESR level also is increased in multiple myeloma and in increased fibrinogen level. Because of Rouleau formation, the stacking of RBCs, the ESR is increased. To differentiate whether it is because of multiple myeloma or fibrinogen, we have to test the fibrinogen level. When it is increased, if there is any acute infection, we can differentiate the ESR report, even though ESR is not a very specific test. We'll see the total protein, albumin and Ag ratio. There are two classes of proteins in blood. Albumin, this is made by liver and makes up to 60% of total protein. Globulins make up remaining 40% and they are varied group of proteins. Some produced in the liver and immunoglobulins are produced by immune system, especially by these plasma cells. Ag ratio is low in kidney disease, cirrhosis, multiple myeloma. A decrease in Ag ratio is due to increased amount of immunoglobulins produced by plasma cells in multiple myeloma. This is also another information we can get. Next, we'll move on to serum calcium level. The multiple myeloma cells make substances to instruct osteoclast to speed up the dissolving of the bone marrow. This can increase the removal of calcium from the bone, which increase in serum calcium level. The kidney function tests are also impaired because of the plasma cells producing antibodies. These antibodies can block the nephrons in the kidney. Blood urea nitrogen level is increased and the creatinine level also is increased. Checking the hemoglobin levels. There are 5 classes of immunoglobulins or the antibodies. These are produced by plasma cells of immune system to protect our body. IgM, body's first line of defense against infection. Any new infection occurs, IgM level will increase for some time. Then it begins to drop as IgG level increases and protect for long term. Next is IgG, most common type of antibody. It protects by remembering the antigen exposed before. IgA antibodies found in mucous membrane of lungs, stomach and intestine, also in fluids like tears and saliva. IgE antibodies are produced against the pollens and allergens which are not much harmful. IgD antibodies are in small amount. They are present on immature B lymphocytes in the blood serum. Antibody level is increased in allergies, chronic infections, autoimmune disorders and overreact by the immune system, or liver diseases, inflammatory bowel disease, cancers such as multiple myeloma, lymphoma or leukemia. We will move on to the protein electrophoresis, which can separate each proteins and give us more information about the protein levels. There are two types of serum electrophoresis. One is acetate or gel electrophoresis. Other one is capillary electrophoresis. In acetate or gel electrophoresis, proteins are separated by electrical forces and electroendoosmotic forces. The net charge on a protein is based on the sum charge of its amino acids and the pH of the buffer. Proteins are applied on the solid matrix such as an agarose, gel or cellulose acetate membrane in a liquid buffer, and an electrical current is applied. Protein with a negative charge will migrate towards the positively charged anode. Endoosmotic flow is the measurement of liquid towards the cathode, which causes proteins with a weaker charge to move backwards from the application site. The other method is capillary electrophoresis. The sample is injected into a capillary with a negative surface charges. A high current is applied and negatively charged protein move towards the anode. Liquid buffer flows towards the cathode and drags proteins with weaker charge. Protein electrophoresis can separate proteins into 5 to 6 zones like albumin, alpha 1, alpha 2, beta, beta 2, gamma zones. The immunoglobulins or antibodies are generally present in the gamma region. Immunoglobulins consist of 5 antibodies, heavy chain, and 2 light chain, kappa and lambda. A narrow spike is suggestive of monoclonal gammopathy called as M spike. It is seen in monoclonal gammopathy of uncertain significance, multiple myeloma, lymphatic leukemia, lymphosarcoma, amyloidosis, plasma cell leukemia, solitary plasmacytoma. We have to do a immunofixation. Immunofixation is simple, just like electrophoresis. We have to add antisera to these antibodies. Normally, antisera to IgA antibodies, antisera to IgM antibodies, antisera to IgG antibodies, and antibodies to lambda, antibodies to kappa. The antisera will attach to the particular antibody and it will stop the movement of the electrophoresis technique. Then we will get different results. From the immunofixation, we will come to know which antibodies are produced with the light chain levels. Urine Benzone's protein also gives us more information in multiple myeloma. It's a monoclonal globulin or immunoglobulin light chains found in urine. Urine is concentrated and the electrophoresis is done to check any light chains are present in the urine. This is positive in multiple myeloma or Waldenstrom macroglobulinemia. The Roulet formation also gives sometimes confusion in the blood bank during class match, especially the albumin class match because of increased protein level. We can just dissolve the Roulet formation by adding a drop of saline, which clears the Roulet formation. We can also do a saline replacement cross match to overcome this issue. Multiple myeloma is a cancer of plasma cells. Plasma cell makes antibodies known by different names: monoclonal immunoglobulins, monoclonal protein, M protein, M spike or paraprotein. There are other plasma cell disorders: monoclonal gammopathy of uncertain significance. Abnormal plasma cells make increased level of monoclonal proteins but do not form an actual tumor or mass and do not cause problem like multiple myeloma. It does not cause Effect on health, weak bones, high calcium level or kidney problems. Other condition is smoldering multiple myeloma. Is an early or asymptomatic myeloma that is not causing any problems. Increased plasma cell in bone marrow, high level of monoclonal immunoglobulin, high level of light chains Ben Jones protein in urine, but normal blood count, calcium level is normal, kidney functions and no bone or organ damage. Light chain amyloidosis. Lower amount of abnormal plasma cells in the bone marrow. Plasma cells produce too many light chains. These build up in tissue an abnormal protein known as amyloid. These amyloid build up in certain organs and enlarge them and affect their normal function. Bone marrow aspirate or bone marrow biopsy gives more information about plasma cell leukemia or multiple myeloma to differentiate different disease conditions and the stage of the patient. Usually the plasma cells are very few in the bone marrow. In these abnormal conditions, the number of plasma cells are increased. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share and like. Write your comments.